Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Law Talk, a public service of the Southwest Louisiana Law Center in CVS Lake Charles. I'm Mark the Director Judson.
Jonathan Law Dog Fontenot from the marshes of Cameron Parish.
To the courtrooms of Calcasieu, this is Law Talk, answering your legal questions. Mary from Lake Charles has been to the QR code. She asked, I have a handwritten will that I've gotten notarized. It's very simple, home, car, some stock. First, I want to make sure that it's legal, and second, do I need to register it in the courthouse?
Normally in Louisiana, documents are just taking with the intentions that matter. They will determine what you intended. In other words, you and I make a contract and it just says, I pay you Mo. That's a valid contract. By the way, that's what it says on the Ole Miss diplomas, I think. I pay you Mo. But anyway, congratulations on advancing.
We scored a lot more runs than LSU did in our regional this year.
Congratulations on advancing as the Tigers get sent home.
But back to the question.
The question, and however, the exception is real estate. You have to transfer it by written instrument, and wills. They're stickler on form. So it doesn't matter what you intended. You can make a 19-page will, spelling out everything you wanted. If it does, it's not the right form, it won't go. There's two types. It won't go. There's two types. Notarial, which is the most common, which requires several things. There's like 5 statutory codes that apply to it. It's a notary and 2 witnesses and a few other things. The handwritten one is called olographic.
Olographic.
And it can be defined. You can find is the form in one code article. I think it's 1756.
1575.
1575.
1756 was a great year for wine, but 1575 is the olographic will.
And it tells you how to do it. It has to be in your writing only, and it has to be signed at the end by you. You can't say anything past the end. You can nullify the whole will. So that notary's writing might nullify the whole will. In other words, the whole will is thrown out. So the best way to do an olographic will is pull up the statute, have it right next to you, and follow it completely, or none of your wishes are going to be honored. The will is going to be invalid and thrown out. Filing it is not a bad idea. It makes it recorded for the ages. However, it costs money to file. Number 2, it costs money to change it if you want to change it. So. Right. But if you lose yours,
and of course it's public record for the whole world to read.
People know what you want to do, right? But it can be helpful if you live in Cameron, where you have to pack up and move for a hurricane and may get lost. If it's recorded at the courthouse, especially with the online,
you'll never lose it if it's recorded.
Never. It belongs to the ages, but it costs money to give it to the ages. So, yeah, if you want to do an olographic will, don't combine the 2 types of will, right. Notarial and olographic.
Completely in the testator's handwriting. It's got to be signed at the end, and it's got to be dated. Appear anywhere.
They can appear anyway.
The date can appear anywhere. So it's got to be fully and solely in the handwriting. So when Mary did her will, she put a notarial signature at the end. She risked making that will invalid. It's not necessarily invalid depending on where the notarial signature is. But you can't add typewritten stuff. You can't cut and paste in from a computer and stick it in. You can't add on like a picture or a map or something. It's gotta be completely, totally, fully in the handwriting of the testator.
Have the statute pulled up and follow the statute, or it's going to be invalid.
15 record it, make doggone sure your loved ones know where your will is.
Right. Keep it and make sure they know where that QR code is.
The QR code, know where that QR code is. Send your legal questions to this QR code, and we'd love to field them on Mark the Director Judson. Thank you for tuning in to Fontenot. I'm Mark the Director Judson. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of Law Talk.